Hi everyone, Jenn Pike here from the Simplicity Project. Welcome to our Cut the BS Wednesdays. As your holistic lifestyle expert that you tune into every single week, I love it because I have the ability to offer you quite a few different variables when it comes to taking care of your body. And today is all about movement. We're going to be using one of my favorite tools, which is the Coregeous ball. This is part of the entire yoga tune-up series that is created by one of my very good friends and colleagues, Jill Miller. You've all seen me using the small therapy balls, and now we're pulling out the big ball. And this is not to do our feet or work into our shoulders. Today we're going to focus on working deep into our belly. So why would we want to do belly massage work? It's not something that you see people doing in the gym often, or that you would necessarily go to a massage therapist for and ask, although they do provide that service. But the reason you need to do this work is we have a lot of vital organs that are in this area that require blood pumping and circulation getting into them and around them so that everything can stay functioning smoothly and vitally and optimally. The other thing is that if you've ever had a cesarean, you've ever had any abdominal surgery, even laparoscopically, I mean, we think, yes, there's this little tiny laser that's going in, but the damage that's happening beneath the surface, the things we can't see but that we can feel, they need to have some touch, some pliability provided to them so we can break up those adhesions in the scar tissue and free up some of your pain. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but I'm going to move as I talk. So what you're going to do with your ball, and we'll talk to you about how you can get these at the end. I'm going to come down onto my tummy. So you don't need to have, any big equipment. You don't have to be at a gym. I mean, I'm just here in my house with a mat, which you don't even need to have a mat. You just need the ball. Try to untuck your toes. A lot of people will do this. They'll tuck the toes under because they're trying to pull their weight off. Because if you've never done belly work before, the first few times, it's very uncomfortable. I always recommend to start onto your forearm so that you're bracing a little bit of your weight. And it's important to know what you might feel. So some of those sensations may be referral. So you might feel it in through your lower back. Your broad ligament and different attachments are happening at the front of your spine, of your back body. And so you can feel this kind of achiness. And if you feel that, just rock from side to side, swaying from your right hip to your left hip. You also might feel nauseous. You also might feel like you can't take a full breath because when you take that full breath, the belly is drawing down into the ball, and that pressure can sometimes make the discomfort feel a little bit worse. Now, there are some of you that'll be doing this and think, I don't feel any discomfort. This feels amazing, because it's an area of our body that doesn't get accessed often. Now, what you're going to do after you've gone a little bit from side to side, and actually I'm just going to move higher up on my mat here because we need to be able to roll back a little bit, is the ball first starts in between your hip bones and between your pubic bone and your belly button. Once you've rocked and rolled there a little bit, you want to start to move it up a little higher just by tracking your body weight up and down. So now my belly button is over top of the ball. My ribs are starting to kind of form over as well too. You can stay here and take a couple of breaths in, inhaling through your nose. Nice deep full exhale all the way out. And if you find that this is still pretty grippy, that there's a lot of stuff happening, stay onto your forearms. If you feel like you can go a little deeper, and it's a lot deeper, you're going to lower down onto your hands and then just turn your neck and head to one side, and you can continue to rock again. Now, you can also stay with that sustained breath, right? Breathing in and out and just creating that compression. So you could just be still. You'll start to feel your heartbeat pulsing into that deep belly of yours. This is incredible when you come off, the release that you're going to feel, the blood flow, the circulation, but the serotonin. Right here where I have this ball into my belly, this is where you're producing more than 70% of your free antidepressant and anti-anxiety hormone serotonin in your body. Not up here in the head, deep down into the gut. So when you're not breathing properly, when you're not digesting properly, when you're not nourishing properly, when you're not moving properly, all of those things are impacting how well you feel physically, mentally, and emotionally. So right now I am dumping serotonin into my body, and it's putting me into a really good place in my parasympathetic nervous system. And what that means is that's my calming place. That's where I'm able to rest and to digest and to let my shoulders drop and to take some good quality breaths. And how you'll feel when you come off this ball is calm and connected and ready to deal with whatever the day has to hand out to you. Now, other things that you can do is you can take one leg out to the side and you can start to move up and down and side to side and work your way into your psoas, your hip flexors. So sitting and driving all day long, even if you're standing for your job, if you've recently been pregnant, those hip flexors get super, super tight. So, there's stretches that we can do for hip flexors, but stretching is kind of doing the superficial work. If we really want to get in there and create some soft tissue changes in terms of decreasing the tension and increasing your range of motion, you've got to be able to move through your body. So you can see I'm just kind of like pinning myself on the ball and then stretching my body above the wall. You kind of have to get like your Spider-Man attitude on here and let your body just move. You can even stay and let the legs go side to side. And as you're following this video, once you get your own Coregeous ball and doing some of this work, you'll probably be thinking to yourself, like, how is she moving around so much? I'm in so much discomfort. I can barely breathe. I feel like I'm going to be sick. When I first started, I remember coming on this for the first time and being like, oh, because it's such a weird feeling. But then I promise you, the more often that you do this, you will start to crave it. And you'll know when your back starts to bother you, your hips feel out of balance, you just feel energetically like you're in a funk. You get down and spend a few minutes on this and it's going to change everything. So you can take it now so that you roll back and the ball is going to come literally, I'll lean up for a sec to show you. But it'll come so that the ball is like right here. So right underneath the sternum in the xiphoid process so that your ribs feel like it's like sucking the ball all the way in. And so when you're down on top of here, this way here, you can go side to side or just rest all the way down on top. So a couple of little movements. You could spend a few minutes a day, a few breaths a day. You could do it multiple times in a day. We're going to link for you below how you can order your own Coregeous ball. Very inexpensive tool to incorporate along with your therapy balls. They even sell the whole thing as a kit together. But daily doing this work to help to release your body from the inside out is going to make you feel better, give you more energy, and help to create more simplicity and more ease in all you do. Have a fantastic day, everyone.